Hey guys, welcome to Tour Life here on rockstardreams.com. We are going to be spotlighting bands on tour all summer long. I'm super stoked to have alternative metal rocker Silverside on the horn with us. What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Good.
Good, good. Now, I know you guys are on the Southern Sanctuary tour. You actually have a day off today. How's the first leg of the tour going?
It's gone good. We had one breakdown, that's it. So it's gone really good. We only had to miss the show, which we don't like doing, but it happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about this breakdown. Were you guys in the middle of nowhere, or what happened?
No.
Well, we were in the middle of a song, and what happened was
Yeah.
Nate just started going hard on the China.
Yep. No, we were where were we? Just south of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right after our
Palm
Jacksonville
Coast,
show. Palm
Florida.
Coast.
Palm Coast. So
Beautiful place. If you're ever gonna break down anywhere, you want to do it there.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least you weren't stuck in the mountains or somewhere it's still snowing in late April. You guys actually got some sunshine weather.
Yeah, no, we were very thankful that we were able to break down in some place that we didn't have to bundle up or go hike out, to go get help or whatever.
It's a casualty of tour life right there for all those bands that are watching that you're thinking about going on the road. Make sure you got at least one mechanic in the band, because if you go hard enough and you tour long enough, it's not a matter if, it's a matter of when your band's going to break down.
Yeah, you need someone who's qualified to be able to deal with everything going on, not lose his mind, and then fix everything that's going on, and then get us to the next venue on time.
Totally. And he, can play a couple instruments, and maybe backup vocals. That usually helps.
That could help. It could help, but it's not a necessity.
Cool. Well, stoked to have you guys on, man. Your tour manager, Henry, actually shot me some tunes, one of the promoters. And, I think it's rare when you get an emerging artist tour like this. And I can honestly say, wow, every band on this tour is really good. And I think you guys all stand on your own and, headline for each other versus being openers, etc. So I was stoked to kind of listen to, some of your new tracks off the EP, Casting Shadows. Obviously you guys are out on the road promoting that. So let's talk about that record a little bit, kind of what went into that recording process, maybe some producers you collaborated with, and kind of what the fan response has been on the road so far.
Well, honestly, it was a long journey from our first album, Circus Circus, to Casting Shadows. Our first release was in 2011, and we kind of floated on that for a while, which was good. Then we hit some turbulence. Our band manager, who was my mom also, she ended up passing away in 2013. She was January 2013. She was a huge supporter of everything we do, and so it was a giant blow to us personally when she passed away. But we got back on the road, started writing again, and as the songs started coming together and as everything was kind of being pieced together slowly, because again, 2011 to 2013 was still kind of a big chunk of time between albums. And so I felt guilty. I was like, we definitely need to put something new out. And so we were pushing on. We were trying to write some new stuff. And then we finally got into the studio. And we worked with a producer who we will not name his name. And it wasn't what we were looking for. Originally, when we were talking, and sometimes that happens. It's not maybe his fault or it's not anyone's fault. It just doesn't work, And so we get all of our tracks done, and we were shooting for a 2014 release. And we get every master back, and it was just junk, garbage. And it was something that, I'm being honest, it was something that we couldn't justifiably go from Circus Circus and the quality of, that's a $10,000 album. It's not a lot when you know what Taylor Swift puts out on her albums, but $10,000 is still, to an indie band, that's a big chunk of change. So going from a $10,000 album to now a self-funded album that you know, we did our best on, we were like, we can't release those. So after all of our crowdfunding, talking to fans, and we put out a press release. And I know this is long. I'm sorry, I'm just tired. But
no worries, carry on.
this is it's important to the meat of our stuff right now. We had so many supportive fans. Once we put out a press release, and we told everybody what was going on and why we were not releasing. We're saying we hadn't quite found the right sound. We can't justifiably put it out and say this is what is acceptable from Silverside right now. And I really think that's a step that a lot of bands should take too. You know, from just flying out and just going and putting out whatever, just to be like, hey, we put something else out. Our fans respected us more that we didn't put it out right away. So they all understood. They said, take your time. So we ended up releasing in 2015, even bigger jump. And it was something that was awesome. Like, finally, we can sit down and say, this is comparable to our $10,000 album. This is comparable in message, in music, going in the heavier direction that we wanted to go. And it has Silverside sound. So, which is simple. It's not, you know, overly technical, which is, you know, what I like. And, but it's something that our fans dig as well. So, yeah. Sorry.
There's some really good songs on there, and you know, you bring us some really good points. And you know, there's a lot of artists and bands that, you know, come to our website, and you know, they watch the interviews of some of their favorite bands are in Warped Tour or playing Aftershock, or opening up for Bring Me the Horizon or Slipknot or whoever. And I think it's a really important point that Laura brings up, that you know, it's really probably maybe the key when you're in a studio to work with the right producers that understands your song, put together the right arrangements. You know, when they go to mix, that you know, they're putting your best foot forward. So don't be afraid to give those producers and engineers pushback. You know, if it's not what you're looking for and it doesn't fit your band. So no, I'm really glad you brought that up, and you know, having candidacy and transparency there. Bands, pay attention. You know, if you're not digging it, the vibe's not there in the studio, whatever, there's not candles lit, you just don't like the producer's beard, say no. Get the record that you want.
Run
away and stay true to yourself.
Taking a loss. Like we took a loss, you know, but it's worth it to our fans and to the people who we felt we needed to owe justice to, you know, to really not put out
our supporters and everybody. Like, we couldn't say, here's what your crowdfunding donation got you. You know, have fun wiping your butt with it. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
No, that's cool. I dig that. You know, I think your fans respect that and appreciate that too. So, you know, that's how you create some lifelong fans there. But overall, I mean, Casting Shadows, I think there's some really good songs on here. Memories of You, obviously, I have to assume that was dedicated to your mother. So, condolences there. R.I.P.
Rescue Me. Rescue Me.
Rescue Me is your mom? Okay.
Actually features her voicemail. That song is dedicated to her. The actual entire album is. But Memory of You is dedicated to those who have ever lost anyone to suicide. So it's kind of same thing. My mom did not die from suicide, but I do know a ton of people, and I was suicidal. If you've ever heard any of my stories at our shows or whatever online, there's a big part of me that still relates to anyone who's depressed or suicidal. Cutters, you're not alone. That is our story. That's our message that we're sticking to. That you guys are strong, you're loved, and that we need you.
Very cool. No. Yeah, definitely dig that. And guys, be sure to check out their EP, Casting Shadows. You can pick it up on iTunes now. Really powerful songwriting. Again, songs Laura just mentioned, Memories of You and Rescue Me, dedicated to her mother. And then, you know, anyone who's going through a tough time, depression right now. You know, fast forward on the record a little bit, you also have very strong kind of core. And I'm going to play a little clip of Anthem for hopefully some of your new fans here, which I really dig. And I think is kind of that planting a flag in the ground that, you're not going to let your past or anything or any obstacle get in your way. So take a listen to this, guys. All right, guys, hope you dug that clip. That's what you can expect from Silverside, who we're on with now. They're calling in all the way from Florida.
What up, people?
Dig that song, guys. Really heavy guitars on that, and Laura, your vocals and just the transitions on there are super rad. So, hopefully, I haven't had a chance to see you live yet, but hopefully soon. For those of you who are in the Southeast, be sure to check these guys out. They're in Florida right now. Tell us about the shows coming up the next couple of days where fans can check you.
Gentlemen.
Our next show we have on Wednesday, which is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
It's in Lauderhill.
Lauderhill, sorry,
Florida.
not Lauderhill. And then Thursday we're in Coral Gables.
Friday is Tampa.
No, Saturday's Tampa. Yeah, Saturday's Tampa.
We're still working on the dates that we know.
No, we have to look at the schedule.
Friday.
That's overrated.
Fort Myers. Saturday is Tampa. Sunday is Gainesville, Florida. And then we have 2 days off. And then the 20th is in Nashville. And then we end this tour, sadly, the 21st in Louisville, Kentucky. And it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, very cool. Kill it on the road, guys. Fans, again, make sure you check out that record, Casting Shadows, available on iTunes now. And, if you listen to the record, if it's anything, if their live show is anything like the record, I think you're really going to dig their set. So be sure to check that out. And before we wrap up here, guys, any funny moments or just off-the-wall shit happen while on tour thus far that you can share that, it's just been like, wow.
Yeah, that's what came to my mind.
That would probably.
I wasn't there for this, so I'm gonna let the guys tell it.
Well, do you want to tell it? Or you want me to
I don't really. You go ahead.
Okay, so for the fans, we're on tour with Migash right now. Their guitar player Finch. We all met up after our show. On what day was it?
It was a show we actually missed because we broke down.
Oh yeah, and so we met up. The whole tour was actually at someone's house, and we're hanging out, and we're just having fun. And we wake up in the morning, and Finch decides to walk out naked because he thought it would be funny. But the people that we were staying with, her dad was coming in, so all the bands were like, "No, stop it!" And he ran just backwards and went in the bathroom. So I'd have to say that was probably one of the funniest but craziest things so far in this tour.
Nice. Tour of life, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what can happen. Stay away from those dads with shotguns. Think twice before you go streaking in that guest house you're staying at.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Cool. Well, I know you guys are obviously having fun on the road. You got a day off today, so I'm gonna let you go and let you prep for that next show. Again, guys, you are watching Tour Life, and we're on with Silverside. Super rad band. Be sure to check these guys out. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Check out our blog too. We have a video blog.
Blogs on YouTube.
This guy's doing. This guy right here.
Totally. What's the link that fans can check that out?
If you go to Silverside Official, it's our official YouTube channel, and it'll have all of our vlogs up on YouTube on there.
They're pretty hilarious.
Cool. Be sure to check.
Behind the curtain.
Yes.
Look into our lives.
You'll peer through the curtains of our lives.
There you go.
Don't get naked just yet, but
Working on it.
Good. Emotionally naked.
There you go. At least singing some car karaoke and brushing your teeth in the morning. Fans can expect that. Right? That's a good start. Cool. Thanks for being on with us, guys. Really dig your sound, and stay tuned for more tour life on rockstardreams.com.
So, hey.